Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and tell us in the comments what you think of Letizia's behavior at the Pardo Palace. The atmosphere was muted but charged with tension. On Thursday, July 17, 2025, in the heart of the Pardo Palace in Madrid, a solemn event took place amidst the gilded walls of the Spanish monarchy. Queen Letizia and King Felipe VI, central figures of a royal family constantly in the spotlight, presided over a meeting that, beyond its official nature, revealed subtle clues about the current state of the crown and the internal dynamics of the royal couple. All of Spain was watching them. What was supposed to be a formal meeting quickly transformed into a sequence of rare emotional intensity and unexpected symbolic significance. All eyes were on Letizia. Dressed in a sober yet implacably elegant suit, she appeared with the aura of firmness and distance that is now familiar to her. For several months, the Queen has made numerous public appearances without ever cracking her mask. Yet, that day at the Pardo, some seasoned observers noted subtle variations in her demeanor. A slight tension when she greeted a high-ranking official, a persistent look fixed on Felipe, or even a very particular way of straightening her shoulders before uttering a few brief words. For royal experts, these tiny gestures are sometimes worth more than long speeches. King Felipe VI, for his part, remained true to his image, upright, measured, but visibly concerned. Behind the Olympian calm of his face, those who were most attentive noted a frown at certain key moments of the meeting. It must be said that this meeting was not insignificant. It took place in a tense political context in Spain, where debates surrounding the role of the monarchy in modern society have never been more prevalent. The royal couple's presence at the Pardo was intended to reaffirm the legitimacy and institutional usefulness of the crown. But instead of a demonstration of unity, some saw it as signs of a silent fracture. Around them, the faces were frozen, imbued with an almost dramatic solemnity. The atmosphere at the Palacio del Pardo was at times reminiscent of great historical moments, where every word is weighed, every gesture choreographed. Yet, this time, a hint of fragility hung in the air. The press, kept at a distance, did not fail to interpret each speech, each silence, each movement as pieces of a complex puzzle. The choice of venue itself was not insignificant. The Palacio del Pardo, a historic residence, has long served as a backdrop for state events imbued with gravity. Holding this solemn meeting there in the heart of the Spanish summer also sent a message. The monarchy is vigilant, active, aware of the importance of its image and its role. But did this message really hit its target? Because while the press was relaying frozen official images, social networks were inflamed by one detail: Letizia's attitude. On X, Instagram, and TikTok, thousands of videos, montages, and slow-motion clips have flooded timelines. One sequence in particular has gone viral. It shows Letizia briefly looking away from Felipe when he extends his hand to accompany her. Was it a sidestep gesture? A misunderstanding? Or a deeper sign? Everyone has their own interpretation. And the question, barely whispered a few months ago, is still persistently being asked: is the royal couple going through a period of turbulence? Of course, appearances remain impeccable. The king and queen always present a united front in public, and their duties are carried out with professionalism. But behind this facade, the rumors continue to swell. Since Princess Leonor's birthday and her last solo appearance in New York, the monarchy seems to have entered a new era. An era where generational tensions, public expectations, and personal balances collide in a delicate ballet. Letizia, in particular, seems to be carrying considerable pressure. A former journalist, a modern and committed woman, she constantly juggles her institutional role with her personal image. Some call her a silent ambassador of progress, others criticize her for her overly controlled, almost cold style. On July 17, in the gilded setting of the Pardo Palace, she embodied all of these at once: the sovereign, the public figure, but also, perhaps, the lonely woman. After the meeting, the king and queen briefly greeted the press. No comment, no knowing smile, no display of affection. A simple slow walk toward the official vehicles, under the blazing Madrid sun. This calculated sobriety spoke volumes about the couple's state of mind. Once again, they expressed their message in silence. The public's reaction, however, was swift. On TV sets, commentators took turns analyzing the footage. On the streets of Madrid, passers-by could be heard whispering, "What's going on between Letizia and Felipe?" Or, "Why so cold?" Behind the scenes, some people close to the palace confided, speaking anonymously, that the situation is more complex than it appears. It appears to be more than just a passing disagreement, but a slow transformation in the couple's approach to their role. In the days that followed, several political figures praised the impeccable conduct of the meeting, emphasizing the stability embodied by the monarchy in a country gripped by uncertainty. Others, more critical, pointed to the lack of enthusiasm, warmth, or connection with the people. The international press took over, broadcasting images of the Pardo Palace with headlines ranging from admiration to concern. It is now clear that the day of July 17, 2025, will not be remembered solely for institutional reasons. It marks a discreet but decisive turning point in the image of the royal couple. Letizia and Felipe said nothing spectacular. They were simply there, present, dignified, and silent. But in that silence, Spain heard much more than words. And you, do you think the royal couple's coldness at the Pardo Palace heralds a coming upheaval in the Spanish monarchy?